All right, here we are. So, podcast number one, the Milk Bucket Podcast. Welcome, everyone, and thank you very much for being here for episode one of our journey. We've had a long ride today trying to get these mics organized, so you might notice that suddenly our audio sounds a million times better because we've just bought really good mics. I bought mine from Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, no, I didn't go for the peasant route, which ironically turned out to bite me in the ass because it didn't work for about fucking 45 minutes. But we're here,
Yeah,
We're
but
here.
to be fair, all the troubleshooting and all the fun that you have with that is what makes it rewarding at the end. So I think that going through those laborious times is what makes it good at the end. So
No, look, I agree because you seemed really happy today when you heard the quality of the mic. And I know it was tough for you when you had to suck that guy's dick behind the car park, in order to get it. So it's good to hear that it all pays off in the end. So I'm looking forward to that moment.
Just saying, this microphone is $200 RRP, and I copped it for $80. So if there has to be a little bit of sloppy Joe in the back, then don't blame me, man. I think that's a fair exchange right there.
Okay, my question for you is how much did the head take off? Were you getting a $20 discount plus the head, or what?
No,
what was it?
I'm not that good. No, it's just $5.
The rest was just talking. You threw that in. You're like, I'll give you some head if you want. Look, no, it's right. No, I got nowhere to be. What are you talking about? No, come on, let's have fun.
Honestly, I see it as a benefit because I'm actually getting more experience.
I know you do.
So I'm
And look, you're training to use your mouth as you are with the podcast and also sucking dick. It's gonna be fantastic for you, mate. I'm really excited for your future.
Dude, the synergies are insane. You're absolutely right. This podcast has been prepared for by the guy I bought, by the 14-year-old I bought this mic from Facebook Marketplace.
Look, it's fate, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. While we're talking, I've actually got a really, really annoying thing that happened to me today, which I'm still shocked at, and I want to bring it up to you because I know that you'll be just as annoyed as me. So what are your thoughts? Everyone knows a card surcharge in restaurants, and we hate them. Everyone hates them, but we put up with them. And we know it's a merchant fee, so they shouldn't be passing it on to the customers. But guess what I was hit with today? So there was the classic 1.8% card fee, and then there was a 1% restaurant surcharge.
Wait, what?
What the fuck is a restaurant surcharge? What? I'm eating at a restaurant. Why are you surcharging me for eating at your restaurant? What could the surcharge mean? Give me, even put technology surcharge. What the fuck is restaurant surcharge?
Okay, so this might seem a bit strange, but we're actually from Australia and not the US. And so here we don't have to tip and calculate fucking all these other taxes and shit. What's the GST rate this year? Oh, I think Biden changed it. You know what I mean? We have consistency and they just have the price. So when we see any of this shit, it's like, are you trying to rape money from our fucking hands?
That's what it feels like.
Who are you talking to, cunt?
It's like you're trying to claw my hard-earned dollars out of my dead hand and you're not going to get it.
Oh, mate. If it costs $1 for a can of fucking soft drink, make it $1.01. Don't say you're going to charge me a 1% fucking fee because I'll smash the vending machine in that moment because that's some disrespect right now. You don't know who you're fucking with, bro.
It's straight disrespect, I'm telling you. And there was even something even worse. I just remember it now. So it was one of those ones, which is pretty standard in COVID now, but essentially you tap your phone to the table or the little QR thing on the corner. But this one was an NFC one. So you just tap it and it brings up the menu. And then you put in your order. And then right about when you put in your card details and right when you go to pay, it says, how much tip would you like to put in? And the preset is 10%. So you make a $30 order. It assumes a $3 tip. It's like, dude, I don't live in America. We don't do tips here. The waitresses are earning $30 an hour. They don't need no fucking tip, mate.
We pay our workers here.
It's an interesting concept, though, how the US has a different system where it's the customers should pay for the employees. Which I don't understand it. I'm not going to lie.
I've never been to America, so it still baffles me because I'm thinking, so I just won't tip. What do you mean? Especially if you're at a place where you pay at the end, you know what I mean? A restaurant or something like that. What happens? Apparently it's just you get a bad reputation or something like that. But at the end of the day,
don't pay a tip?
Yeah. They're going to yell at you, but guess what, dickhead? I just fucking ate my meal. I had a nice steak. Thank you very much. Suck me off. I would understand if America was filled with like amazing customer service. That would make so much sense to me. But according to my extensive research, aka watching TikTok and YouTube compilations, aren't they all like? Isn't it always horrible? You know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I'm with you. It doesn't sound like, especially if you order a takeaway. Now, if you order a takeaway and you're literally, there's no customer service. The customer service is thank you, and then you walk off. Does there really need to be a tip there?
Mate, apparently in New York City, they fucking tip the guy that opens the door for you to leave the place.
Jesus.
The doorman.
We know that we have quite a bit of US audience, and we'd love to get your 2 cents here. So yeah. Just explain to us how this works. So do you just always have $1 coins on you? Like, I think it's a pretty clear push that we're moving to a
there are notes.
society.
There are notes, aren't they? Do they have
did I say $1 coins?
Yeah, that's Aussie.
Oh, I meant notes. Yeah, of course they got $1 notes. Yeah, so do you just always have a fat stack of ones just so you can tip the mailman, tip your
and
dad?
Also,
like, what? Who else do you need to tip, dude?
Also, is this your excuse when your girlfriend finds a fat stack of ones? Is your excuse, no, it's for the doorman and not the rippers last night? What else is on TV? Yikes.
Although I'd like to put in that if you need to have an excuse with your girlfriend for having a ripper night, you need to find a brand new girlfriend, man. Because that's an excuse you make to your mum, to your boss, to your uncle who touches you. Nah,
to your boss. You don't have to make that excuse to your uncle. He's the one who took you there, mate. What are you talking about? He introduced you to the whole world. It's like that scene with Aladdin, except instead of Aladdin having his hands around Jasmine's waist, it's your uncle having his hands somewhere else. That's all I'm saying, mate.
So it's nothing to do with Aladdin.
Look, it's a whole new world. I'll leave it there.
To be fair, the only similarity between Aladdin and that is they both said open sesame.
Yikes. It's kind of similar to Toy Story. You've got a friend in me. A little bit.
Oh, no. Oh, that was a good one.
That was when your uncle cheated on you with your best friend. Anyway, it is what it is. So, moving forward, you're a little bit upset, but it's fine, you know.
Moving on.
You'll feel special in other ways. You know, you'll win a spelling bee. Look up. Anyway, yeah, Americans, let us know. Moving on. Yeah, well, let us know what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
And
no,
like,
I'm
what is the ramification for giving them a 5% tip? Like, what if it's dog shit tip? Can you not tell them to go fuck themselves? Like,
yeah. And do they look at you like, what the fuck is this? Like, you just gave me a $5 tip for a $100 bill. Because in Australia, that's a good tip. You give them a $5 tip, they're over the moon because they're getting paid $30 an hour. So, and if it's on a Sunday, they're probably on time and a half. So they're getting paid a decent amount. So if they get $5 extra.
Whoa. You know, come on, dude. Don't tell them about penalty rates. They'll have a fit.
Oh, yeah.
We get paid more for working on weekends.
No, surely that's a thing in America. That's got to be.
Look, I can never tell if America is horrible or if just like the outspoken people just complain a lot. And I'm sure like it's a combination of both where, you know, yes, there is a lot of gun crime in Chicago, but people also complain too much about everything. You know, like it's the whole suing culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it's a huge, the suing culture is a bit like,
oh my God.
But the thing is, I think it's very highs and lows. It's very love it or hate it because there's so many amazing things about America. Like obviously most tech comes from America. Anything that's cutting edge is either coming from like Germany, England, or America. And it's
I know.
And there's no questioning why. Because they know the brightest minds
because they import everyone. Oh yeah.
The brightest minds go to America.
I was about to make a joke, but you said the same thing just in a serious tone. Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Minds, baby.
Then you have the other side of the coin, which is people that are just like, you don't understand how lucky you are to be in this country. And instead, you just use this to like buy 17 cars, none of them work. And you're just sitting here complaining about the bloody politics.
Yo, don't talk about things not working, man. The mic's still fresh on my heart.
Oh, man.
Ugh,
yeah.
Jesus.
You should have gone for a Blue Yeti, bro. Blue Yeti is the way to go.
Yeah, but okay, so here's a topic. When you look at something, when I look at to buy something and it says versatile and I'm looking for a particular purpose, I immediately say, okay, I don't want to get this one. I'll rule it out. because
Yeah.
they're grading it based on you can use it here, you can use it there. Like
Yeah.
a fucking a GoPro is phenomenal for so many different things, but you're not going to use it to shoot a fucking family wedding unless it's like some fucking crazy New Zealander jumping out of a plane saying "I do" or some shit. You know, maybe then that would work. But I don't know, mate.
True. Yeah. 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 But I feel like you are a lot more of a calculated man when it comes to purchases over $100, where suddenly.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty fast and loose about it.
Are you?
Yeah, I know that you've been a bit slow and secure in the past, but like yeah, no, when it comes to no, I'm just I shoot with the hip, I speak with my heart. It is what it is.
You shoot with the hip after 25 hours of research and a thorough SWOT analysis.
There's no research, no time for that, mate. I don't have 17 years in a day, mate. I only have 24 hours. Don't even have 1 year in a day.
No, imagine if you did have a year in a day. Every day you had a year. I feel like I would hate that.
Sack that would be.
Bro,
Jesus,
my
dude.
ADHD would not let me live. That shit would just be fucking sadness all day. Just sitting there fucking, 1 year in a day.
All right, I got a question for you.
Yep.
I don't know why this brought it up. I think the fact, it feels like you'd be trapped in each day, kind of, right? So, which then made me think about prison. So if you were in prison, how serious in danger? First of all, actually, don't worry. How serious in danger?
Don't say, don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'm
too much information.
Tell me.
No, okay. So first of all, how much danger would you have to be in to grab on a guy's pocket?
What, bro? Fucking
you know what I mean? Like, how how dire would things have to be for you to say, "This is my life now"? You know, he puts a little bit of lipstick on you, gives you some curlers, and curl your hair, look nice. You stick out your butt for him instead of like when you're in the yard. Instead of working chest and buys, you're working breasts and thighs. You know, like.
Okay. I want to take a step back here because I feel like you saying this.
You're gonna back up on it.
Your brand new ultra smooth mic is making it sound like David Attenborough, like commentating
The Rode
over some
NT USB. Buy it now for $199 RRP.
And the man walks through nature. He has held onto another man's pocket, and now he is safe. It's like, no, man. Until I am like held and forced into missionary, and this guy is like plowing into my bloody pants with a rock hard boner, I'm not holding onto anybody's pocket, bro. I don't.
Wait. Keep going. I'm almost finished. Damn, bro. Why'd you have to get me with that? Come on, man.
Oh man.
And so the wild animal is on his knees sucking cock in his natural habitat. Balance is restored to society.
Oh, that was good.
Yo, can you actually imagine if David Attenborough like did some shit like that rather than just talking about animals all the time? And I'm not gonna lie, I love the guy. So like, you know, respect, keep doing you.
Absolutely.
But like, I mean, imagine if he like talked about bras set. And so the stepsister pulled down her brother's pants and sucked his cock, like, much to their parents' dismay as they watched on and later joined in. It's fucking hell, man. It would actually make it better. It would make it more interesting, but could you, like, get off from that? I don't know. At what point would you be like, at what point would you be like, hey, Davey, give it a rest, I'm trying to fucking focus.
Oi, Davey boy, I'm trying to have a little bit of a bat here, and your slow-speaking nature is getting in the way.
See, he's actually from East London.
No, that was the man that's trying to bat off to Davey.
Yeah. What's his name? Roger from fucking East London.
Roger from East London.
Well, look, I got no fucking bees honey to pay for brasses. I just got to look at the free trials, innit? We do not mean to offend the English people. We love the English over here. We do beat you at cricket and rugby and everything because, you know, we're harder and smarter and faster and all that kind of stuff. But aside from that, you know, you're a great guy. I don't know
about smarter, but I think harder for sure.
Yeah. Bro, I'm pretty sure the only person to have 2 Nobel Prizes in science was Australian. So,
really?
Suck my dick. Yeah, actually, I mean, look, it could be completely wrong. So feel free to roast the fuck out of me in the comments.
Nah. Sounds 100% accurate, and we don't need a source for it. So we'll just
yeah, bro.
Yeah. I think it was the Oxford Dictionary that said it. So yeah, there's your source for anyone who asks.
Yep. That's it, bro.
Oh man,
I don't know what
man.
you want.
Actually, you know what I saw earlier today, which also triggered me. So today has been a day full of triggers. And
Sorry, is your name Karen?
Yeah,
I'm confused, mate. Like,
yeah. Well, okay. Well, the thing is, it didn't even trigger me because I was walking to work.
yeah,
and I
look
work
at the
in city.
backtrack.
I was walking to work, and as I was walking to work, guess what intersected me, or didn't intersect me yet, but it blocked me off my path as I was trying to cross the road.
What?
A bloody brigade of year 6 students on an excursion to the city just blocked the road. There was like 100 of them just crossing the road in a bloody Nazi-style march. Like, boys.
It's like when you're like you go skiing and there are those like little Milo kids, you know, like there's, you know, there'll be 10 of them skiing in a row and you just want to fucking plow through them because otherwise you're going to be waiting. It's like being at a crossing when you see those cows moving and you're like, all right, look, I'll pay you. I'm going to have to run over 10 of them, mate, because I'm not waiting for fucking 7 years for these cunts to get across to the other side.
That's literally what
Jesus.
I felt at the time. I was like, I'm sitting here in my bloody huge ass John Doe, what's it called, plowing machine, and a bunch of cows just walked past. Man, 6 of these are going to die because I'm not going to stop, man. I'm going to put this on first gear and ram through them.
Now replace cows with small children. Yeah, no, look, yeah, fuck them, bro. They annoy they asked for it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Move faster, cunts. What are you doing?
Literally. Just move faster. It's that simple. And I feel like they should be teaching that in the syllabus of year 7 because there's nothing worse than a slow walker. So I don't understand why it's, yeah. I mean, I
think fast. Yo, okay, so I was thinking about this thing, right?
Yep.
And it was fucking eye-opening because I wonder how much this happens, right?
Okay, yeah. But my expectations
no, like... you know, no, get him up, baby. Get him up. This is gonna be good.
All right.
Okay, so have you ever had a time, right, where, and I have examples, where something is 100% true to you, and someone else has a completely different thing that is also 100% true to them? So, like, a rough example would be, imagine if you went to a girl's house, you fucking smashed her out, you had a great time, she was fucking moaning, loving it, it was fantastic, yeah? You left, never spoke to her again, right? And you have a memory of having the most amazing sex in your life, and that's 100% true to you. But she also has a memory of the guy who came over, was kind of sweaty, his breath smelled, and he nutted in 3 minutes and left, right? And both of them are exactly the same story, right? So anyway, so I got a real example. That was just an example.
Okay. No, I've definitely had times like that for sure.
A fake example. Okay, so my real example was I was doing some moving work with my uncle. And I had to meet him at the station, and I was waiting for him, and I was waiting for a while. And all I knew is his car was like a silver kind of van. So anyway, I am waiting for like fucking 20 minutes. It's been such a sack. And so I see a silver van pull up, and I'm like, all right, cool. I run to it, open the door, and I'm about to put my foot in when I look in, and I see a woman turned up at me, petrified. She screams and drives off, and the door just slams shut as she fucking legs it, right?
What the fuck?
I realized that it was not the right person, and I just stood there like laughing, like, "Oh, that's so funny! What a fucking, what a silly misunderstanding!" And kept going on, and and this happened years ago, and it was only until the other day when I realized that this woman has a completely different story. She has a story about the time when she survived a carjacking because she legged it immediately, and if I met this woman today, there is no way I would be able to convince her otherwise because it's so vivid and true in her mind.
Yeah, that's so like, funny.
Yo,
and you know what? That
I'm a good person.
Me to remember times where I feel like I was getting kidnapped as a kid, but I reckon some dude was just probably a little bit fucking like either high or just didn't even know what he was doing. Just got into the wrong car, and then I've just been scarred by that memory.
Yeah, and look, I had obviously times when I felt like I was fucking abused by my parents because I had to do the dishes. And like they just have a memory of saying, hey, can you help out doing the dishes? And both of them are true. I was feeling, you know, like, not a slave, that's too extreme. Sorry, Americans. But, you know, like an indentured servant. But in actuality, I was just an 8-year-old. I was just an 8-year-old doing the dishes, wasn't I?
Am I the only one who heard that little sorry Americans?
Nah, dude.
Oh, man. You got to check that little sneaky sorry Americans in there.
Yeah. You know, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Some of you did. Like slave owners. The lot of you. Not the lot of you. Some of you. Look, we like Americans. It's just a bit of banter.
Yeah. Speaking of America, Kentucky in particular, they did make some really, really good fried chicken. And I was really surprised to learn that apparently in America, they don't have chicken burgers in KFC. They've just got fried chicken and they've got chips.
Talk about a slave owner. Have you looked at the Colonel? There is no way that guy wasn't a racist. That man said the N-word in the Alfalfa, mate. That guy
man
is... Oh
did
my
not
God.
pick his own cotton. I will promise you that.
Yo, I heard that he didn't have white hair. It was a wig made out of a certain material. I'm not going to mention which. You kind of did before, but still. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's so fun, especially Kentucky. Look, I've never been to Kentucky. I don't know how you guys are. Maybe there's no such thing as racism. But, like, I'm talking about from an outsider to the America. We think of Kentucky as racism, mate. So, apologies if what we're saying doesn't apply to you. But fuck me. When I see a guy in a white suit with a fucking top hat, mate, I'm like, oh, this is getting a bit dicey.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky wasn't that racist. Because I have a friend who went to Louisiana State Uni. And he's really cool. He's one of the coolest guys. He's extremely left-wing. Which I wouldn't say even I'm left-wing. But... I was so surprised by how left-wing he was. I was like, what? Are you sure you're from Louisiana? And yeah. So, I mean, Southern hospitality is definitely a thing. And I've seen it before. So, I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think maybe, like that show Undercover Boss, he was an undercover racist. And he was pretending he wasn't a racist in order to fit in. Every now and then he'd like report back saying... I can't even think of... I don't know how Kentucky people sound, I'm not going to lie. I was just going to do a bad Texas accent, but I'm not going to do it.
Just do your bad Texas accent.
I have too much respect for the listeners. And I know there's only one of you, but I have too much respect for you, and you're a champ. Understand that.
No, that person is a champ. 100%. Leave a comment so we can remember you. For real. And if you're from America, explain how tips work, please. Because we genuinely leave a comment
and look, if you're in Sydney, we'll buy you a beer, all right? There you go.
Absolutely, we'll buy you a beer.
Sorted, mate.
Yeah, but okay, going back to KFC, what I always think about is whenever I have KFC, which, that being said, 90% of the times I'm not sober, but when I do have a KFC, I love it and it tastes amazing. Like when you're sitting in a line, you're so excited for it, you order your Zinger box. I don't know if you have Zinger box in America, but essentially it's like your
crazy.
burger. Yeah, you got your burger, you got your gravy, your 3 wicked wings and a bunch of chips. It's got everything and it's like $10 or $12. Anyway, so you get it, it tastes amazing, and then exactly 17 minutes later, you feel like there's a brick in your stomach and you're like, why the fuck did I do that? And then the Pepsi Max goes from delicious to the fucking volcano in your stomach, and it's just like the worst feeling on earth. And you start regretting it all.
I mean, eating KFC while drunk is what got me to understand that you can't give true consent while under the influence of alcohol. Because the amount of times I've ate KFC and the next day I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, do I look fat in this dress? And the answer is always yes. And it fucking sucks, man. Trust me. Jesus.
And the thing is, KFC is so fucking creative. I've never seen any other burger restaurant say, look, there's not enough meat in this burger. We're going to replace the bread with burgers. And then the burger meat that usually would go between it with a hash brown.
I don't know. I assume Americans have that. But essentially in Australia, there was a promotion where instead of having just the regular bread, it was 2 chicken fillets, essentially.
And then a hash brown sandwiched between
it. It was not bad, I'm not going to lie.
It was delicious. I smashed. I think I had 2 or 3 of them. I didn't have too many, and I regret that in hindsight, but still, it was amazing.
You had enough. I
had enough.
You tried it out. You dipped your toes in.
I dipped my toes in. I would say I even dipped my ankle.
Vat of grease.
Yeah.
Look, I bought a small stake in the company, all right? What do you want from me?
Oh, man. Jesus. I mean, KFC is fucking delicious, but the thing that I love about KFC is that you know what's inside it. Like with McDonald's, with Hungry Jack's, Burger King for Americans, with any sort of fast food, you always think about it and you're like, fucking, what is in here? And the worst one, I think, is kebabs. Where it's like, I know a cow does not look like that when it was killed. And then you look at it as like a fat little, just perfectly cylindrical thing that's been heated and has been dripping grease for the last 12 hours.
It's like it's
And you
either
just-
it's that or it's like they've got like 4 cows and just trampled over them. You know what I mean? Like with those things that they use to flatten out tennis courts. It's like Jesus, that it must be fucking grim seeing how that meat is made.
Oh,
I cannot imagine.
Man, I can't. Yeah, I can't imagine either. But it tastes delicious. So it's one of those things where you don't question it. It's like sausages. Don't ever question what goes inside a sausage. Just fucking eat it and shut the fuck up.
I ironically, I don't care until I find out it's some like weird shit. But like, if it's a weird shit within a cow, it's like, yeah, who gives a fuck? But if it's like, oh yeah, this is skunk, I'm like, yo, why the fuck did you tell me that? I was enjoying my meal before you told me this goofy shit. You, on the other hand, will eat a fucking cockroach that crawled along the ground, mate. Jesus.
Yeah. I know. I'm not a picky eater, man. I'm just not a picky eater. I just like, it doesn't matter what I'm eating. I find, well, there's a few foods that I hate eating, but aside from those few, I like pretty much everything else. It's like, as long as it's got a good amount of seasoning, it's cooked well, I'll like it.
What don't you like? I'm actually shocked that we would ever say that you don't like a food. I'm not gonna lie.
2 green foods I absolutely hate. The first one is
hippie pussy. It stinks, bro. I'm with you. Yo, that green shit is nasty.
Yeah, dude, I absolutely agree. By the way, so that wasn't either of the 2 that I was about to say, but I do agree that it is fucking nasty.
Ah, fuck. Okay, yo, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to talk over you. I thought I guessed it correct. All right.
Nah. Okay, so the 2 that I have are peas, like the circular peas. Fucking hate them. And the second one is pears, which is weird because I love apples. Fucking love them, especially when they're crunchy and cold. But pears they don't hit the spot, man.
Is it because you're eating a pear when it's crunchy and cold, when it's meant to be eaten when it's fucking soft? You psycho.
Wait, you eat soft pears?
Are you retarded? That's when a pear is ripe. Yo. Please don't tell me you've been eating a pear like it's a fucking apple.
Wait, so is it like banana texture when you eat it?
Yeah. It's like a peach.
That is gross, bro.
Nah, bro, it's fucking delicious.
Okay, I can now assume that I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Oh my god,
that is gross. I don't want. If I want to eat a fucking any relative of the apple, it's gonna be the crunchy version.
It's not
cold and crunchy apple.
It's not a relative of an apple. You've just been fucking eating it wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean? It's like saying like, oh yeah, don't you drink your milk by tipping your head completely backwards and just pouring it on your mouth so it goes all over your face? It's like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a face wash. So like, if I'm gonna have any face wash, I'm gonna have one that's white. It's like, nah, bro, that's not what you do, you fucking loser.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everything is subjective. So to one person, cereal might be something that you have in a bowl, but for someone else, you could just pour the cereal directly in your mouth, pour the milk in, swirl it around a little bit when your mouth is closed, and then just swallow it.
I know you're doing a bit, but I actually do. I completely get, like, to take this to a serious place.
Yeah, take this deep.
Yo, I'll take it deep, baby. Don't you worry. How you feeling, girl? You having a good time? Come on, baby.
Okay, shut the fuck up and take it deep, please.
Sit on my lap, baby. Okay, so the people at the gym who get a scoop of pre-workout and just chuck it in their mouth and then drink the water. What fucking savage planet? Are you retarded? You eat pears when they're crunchy and you fucking neck some powder. What? How do you wipe your ass, mate? What do you fucking do a handstand and shit directly like up and hope it fucking angles into the toilet? Like, what more can we find out about you, mate? Jesus.
No, man. Okay, firstly, not everybody has the time to fucking so you take your pre-workout out of the freezer, you put it into the fucking shaker cup, put the water into it, shake it up, drink it, wash the shaker cup, and then go to the gym. Bro, who the fuck has time for that, bro? What do you have, like 30 hours a day?
Well, the freezer. You put your pre-workout in the freezer.
Yeah, it keeps it dry. Because there's no humidity in the freezer. Please don't tell me you don't know this.
Bro, it stays dry. It's fucking dust. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, bro, pre-workout clumps the fuck up. And when you put it in the freezer, there's zero clumping, especially in Australia where it's humid, it's hot, and you're not taking pre-workout unless it's summer. So it clumps the fuck up. So you put it in the freezer and it stays perfectly as a fine powder because there's no vapor. It's all zero humidity in there.
Bro, it's so funny when you find out things about other people that they think is just really normal and you're like, oh, I look at you different now. What the fuck?
Bro, it's so normal. It's an actual thing, putting pre-workout in the freezer.
I mean,
I can't believe you had no idea it worked.
What more crazy shit do you do? Do you keep your protein scooped into a massive lump on the desk like fucking Scarface with cocaine, mate? Like, what other goofy shit are you doing with this stuff?
I have protein the normal way. Like you scoop it into the protein shaker cup, put in the boiling water, put it in the microwave, put your 2-minute noodles in, and then put the protein over it.
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mind
the normal way.
Yo, those people,
okay, I'll tell you what is
you
fucking savage. What's savage is those people that pretend that oats with protein powder fucking taste good.
Oh my God.
It tastes so shit. It tastes so fucking bad. Stop pretending. Stop capping. End the cap.
It's like when, look, gym rats are the biggest liars. Let's be real. I think we'd both agree.
So true.
Look, I mean, you're literally pursuing a sport where you're working out just to look good in a mirror for 30 minutes and lie to yourself that you look like that all the time. So look, I do it every day. So it's, I get it. But like the idea that adding protein to something can still make it taste good is retarded. It's like multiplying with 0. The second you add this to the equation, it's fucked, mate. Like,
I totally agree.
Protein pancakes.
I think
oh my God.
Protein powder would even make a Woolies cake taste fucking shit. And for all those that don't know what a Woolies cake is, it's like the most delicious, dense, thick, chocolatey cake that you can buy, and it's like $4. So it's the best. Whenever I read protein pancakes or protein cookies, even worse, it's like I used to be a retard, so I once made them. And I know from first-hand experience that they taste like shit, and you made your Instagram video and pretended that they tasted good when you know they tasted shit, and you've made like 20 other people experience the shit-tasting pancakes that you made just so you can make a bit of fucking ad dollars. You're a horrible person.
Yeah, it's like you already lie about your excessive steroid and Photoshop use. Why do you have to lie about this as well? We accept so much from you and ask for so little back. Just give me a Biceps Destroyer Volume 3, Episode 76 with some fucking good house music and I'll be cool. Yeah. The relationship's set.
I agree.
Fucking hell, mate.
This is the thing about the influencer life. So some part of it, I think it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But then there's other parts of it where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm just going to say something here and I'm just going to give you 2 words and then just want to hear your thoughts. All right?
Sure.
You ready?
I got it.
Expensive watches.
Nah, yeah, look, I like them, but for all the wrong reasons. I like them because they're expensive. I look, if someone says to me, I'm going to buy this Ferrari because, look, my penis is only 5.5 inches, which I know is average, but I watch black porn and as a result, I feel inadequate. So I want to buy this Ferrari. I'd be like, yo, respect, bro. I mean, bad luck, but good work. Go do what you need to do. But when people try and give me this bullshit, like, but it retains its value. It's like, okay, to what extent? Do people check it and it hits CPI every fucking year? Like, what if you're in Venezuela? Does it hit 1,000% more value because they've got hyperinflation? Like, what are we talking about here? Or are you just saying, oh, I bought it for 10K and it's still worth 10K? Because sorry guys, but something called inflation happens, and we're not just talking about your pants when Mia Khalifa walks on the screen. It applies to money as well.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of inflation there. Yeah, but so
hyperinflation.
I am aware, and this is a fact because I read it on a Bloomberg article, that a specific type of bag, I think it was by Gucci or maybe, I can't remember what it is. I think it's called a Birkin. I don't know what brand makes it. But a bag had better growth than the S&P 500 for the last 10 years. And every time this bag came released, it just continuously outperformed the S&P. It was like, what if you bought it at $10,000 today, next year it was worth $12,000. The next year it was worth $15,000. And it was just always worth more.
No, look, I do agree with you, because I look, that's the one exception I'll give it to, because I heard this financial scholar called Cardi B talk about her in one of her works, one of her works of art, I guess you must say. Yeah, she talked about them. Can't remember the rhyme. Something about Birkin bags. But yeah, look, stop it.
Yeah,
stop this spending $40,000 on a thing that holds other things. Like, what are we doing?
That is what it is.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. It's
okay, but then the way I would phrase it is that if you were to buy a bag and you wanted to buy an expensive bag, which one are you going to buy? Are you going to buy the one that's 30 grand that nobody knows but you love, or the one that's 40 grand but even if it doesn't increase at 15% a year, but it still at least will be worth 40 grand in 5-6 years when you're bored and you want to get a different one. I think without a doubt you go for the more expensive, more known one that is going to keep its value, so that you can have fun with it and it's all for free essentially, unless you stay in it or whatever.
Okay, but it's not going to keep its value. It's going to keep the price you bought it at, which in 10, 15 years is not its value. But also, don't be that fucking attention-seeking whore that needs to do that, man. Like, I love how the comparison was, you could spend $40,000 on a really well-known, like, fantastic bag, or you could spend some, like, pocket money, like $30K on it. It's like, fucking hell, man. How is that the comparison?
Yeah.
What about a fucking...
you're right.
Look, spending $1,000 bag is fucking retarded, mate. Have you not been to Target? You can get fucking backpacks with 17 straps on them for fucking $5. What is this goofy shit?
This is the thing about materiality. And this is going to get fucking philosophical real quick, because the whole idea is that 30K is actually nothing when it comes to it. Like, think about a Ferrari. That's, you're paying minimum 400K if you want to buy like reasonably new. And then when you get into planes, like we're talking $3 or $4 million minimum. And then if you want to talk into luxury housing in an expensive area, maybe 30 million, 40 million gets you an average house. So like, what is 30K when the husband might have a $3 million jet and it costs him $50,000 in fuel for him to fly from Sydney to Melbourne, which is for everyone else, it's 1 hour flight. Yeah,
no, I get what you're saying, except just because it costs $5 million to import a Ukrainian 18-year-old doesn't mean spending $3,000 on the escorts with a bunch of lads is a good value for money. Just because something's expensive doesn't mean another thing's not expensive. It's still fucking stupid.
Bro, compared to spending $30,000 or whatever your number was, importing an 18-year-old Ukrainian model.
Is it only $30,000?
Spending $3,000. I don't know how much you said, but spending $3,000 on a bunch of fucking strippers with the boys, $3,000 on hookers with the boys, bro. That sounds like a bloody night, if you ask me.
That sounds haram, brother.
Inshallah. I would never do it, my man. I'm just saying that on behalf of men, this is a situation that I believe could be fun.
Look, I know this guy. His name's Moe. He's told me a few stories. I don't know what you want me to tell me. If you don't know, Moe's every Arab guy from Sydney.
Yeah. I mean, the thing... Moe is a weird term. So I don't know if Americans have heard of the term Moe, surely. Because there will be Lebos wherever you go. They're not just in Sydney. So like Lebanese people, like their name is Mohammed.
I have to point this out just quickly. He's Arabic, so he can say that word. Yeah, this isn't some blonde white guy named Taylor. Is Taylor a guy? Is Taylor a guy's name or a girl's name? I don't know. Anyway,
it's both. It's bi-gender.
No, like he's not white whatsoever. He can eat spicy food. He can't surf for shit. No, he's not white at all. Anyway, keep going.
Did you say I can't surf for shit?
Yeah, because you're not white. You're not a white beachy boy.
I'm a pro surfer.
Yo, you're not a pro surfer. You're not a pro surfer.
With a whole 3 months of experience.
Yeah, dude. No, cool.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, right? Anyway. I had someone actually talk shit at work because I ride longboards. I'm like, I didn't even know that was an insult. I was talking to him, and he's apparently been doing it since he was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
And he's from Byron Bay, which is a very surfy area in Australia. And he was telling me that, I was like, do you ride longboards? Trying to start a conversation. And his response was this. I was like, bitch, what? I ride longboards. And he was like, where I'm from, that's looked down upon. I'm like, why the fuck is it looked down upon? And he's just like, because it's the easy way out. I'm like, bro, it's not the easy way out. It's just a chiller way to ride.
He's like, where I've come from, we'd called you a fucking... But anyway, we're not there, okay? So, but no, it is pretty gay, I'm not going to lie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that you would see a longboard in Oxford Street. Yo, Mardi Gras is this weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. I was talking to the kebab store. I was talking to the kebab store guy, and he said they're going to be open until 5 a.m. Good guy.
Shit. Is something going to be happening in Mardi Gras?
I hope so.
I'm so keen, man. I love Mardi Gras. I think it's... In Sydney, it's very different to the rest of the world, I've heard. So in Sydney, it's not just a parade where you just walk around. There is the parade. So there's the LGBT parade. And then afterwards is that you just have the best night of your life. Like, they have the best parties. Whether you go to the gay clubs, the straight clubs, whatever... as a straight guy, it's still an amazing time. You have the fucking... Yeah, you have the most amazing time.
But the B
Everyone's
is in.
celebrating.
You're part of the LGBT.
Say again?
Because
No, I'm not.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay, you changed. Sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
misrepresent you. Sorry about that.
No. After your dad, I was just kind of was fed up. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to your mom.
He said you're the best he's ever had, so at least you got that on your belt.
I was the best he's ever had?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, look, I in terms of a group that is fun to party with,
Yeah.
the LGBT community is so much fucking fun. Like,
Agree.
I don't understand.
It's hit or miss, like all of humans. Because you can't say that everyone who's LGBT is fun, because they're not all.
No, you're right.
Everyone knows that.
No, you're right.
Everyone knows someone who's just a bit out there, and it's like, dude,
No, but let's be real.
like,
Okay, not all LGBT people are fun to party with. All the G's are fun to party with.
yeah.
I've never been out with a G and been like, yo, this guy's boring. It's always the funnest fucking night.
It's the LBT. It's the LBT. Or actually the B.
The BLT.
Are actually not too bad. No, the B and the G's are fine.
Yo. I completely forgot about the B's. They're the greatest.
Yeah, I love the B's. Cannot forget the B's. That's for sure. Which, to be fair, I mean, if you're under the age of 22 and a girl, I think it's pretty likely that you're a B. So
Yeah. No, look.
I feel like
You're just having
excluding
fun.
A lot of people.
It's all good. No one's judging you. It's all good, sweetheart.
Exactly.
To be honest with you though, I've never met any T's like proper. I think I've seen like I served one when I used to work at a store, but yeah, so that could be fun as well. I don't really know.
Yeah. No, they can. I think it's just person to person.
Yeah, of
The
course.
same as just
But
the
it's
same
just
as
that
normal
the G's are so 100% strike rate. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, you're right.
especially on Mardi Gras, dude. Okay, you have never felt insecurity like when a sassy gay male on Mardi Gras talks shit on what you're wearing. I swear to God, I was in a club on Mardi Gras, right? I walk into the bathroom. I walk in and I see three guys. Now, all they're wearing is leather underwear and leather straps that cover their nipples. And so I walk in and I'm fucking belted, mate. So I'm really drunk.
Yeah.
Belted, that's what that means. I don't know what other people use. Anyway, I'm fucking belted. And I walk in and see three short guys in leather. And I'm like, did I walk into fucking Bergheim shower room or some shit? Anyway, I have a little giggle. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Now, I was wearing pretty standard fucking generic white guy attire, meaning a black shirt, jeans, and a fucking a flannel t-shirt, a flanny is what we call it here.
Yeah.
I walk in, I have a little giggle, and they all look at me and in the most sassy way just start ripping me apart, saying like, who wears flannel these days? And I'm like, oh, that hurt a little bit. Like, look, I didn't want to have sex with you, but the fact that you're so repulsed by my flannel does make me feel a little bit upset. So I'd like you to take that back. Thank you very much. It wasn't very nice of you.
I do, because when a girl talks shit about the way you dress, you're like, fuck it, I do not care. I haven't thought about this. I just put it on and I left. I don't, like, you don't get offended.
Yeah.
But then when a gay guy says it, it hits different.
I think it's because
It
as a
really hits
guy,
different.
you think of the way you want to have sex with chicks, the way that gay guys want to fuck guys. Which, look, it might not be true, but AIDS did spread a lot in the 80s because people were fucking, not because people weren't fucking. All right. So what I mean by that is,
Can't argue that.
you look at gay guys and you'd be like, you must have sex every fucking day, like with a new
Minimum.
person if you wanted to. Like, and so when a gay guy's like, no, I wouldn't have sex with you, you're like, wait, what? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you know anyone or if you've ever been on the Grindr app before. Like, I'm not saying that you had an account, but maybe you saw someone else's account.
okay. So
It is fucking.
tell us the story from your friend.
It is. It is shocking. So I obviously lived in a very gay suburb of Sydney for like 2 years, which is Newtown. For everyone that doesn't know, it's like, I would say it's almost. If we assume that gay people are 10% of the population, I would say Newtown is probably 40% gay. So it's very, very gay. But there's still more straight people than there are gay people.
We actually called his bedroom in Newtown the closet because he just never came out of it. Grindr was really busy for him. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So, and you see these dudes like using Grindr, and it's the most fucking weird thing ever because they're like you can only have one picture on it, and some people just
Wait,
choose.
for
Okay,
real?
well, I'm not going to waste. Yeah, I'm not going to waste time here. The only pic I'm going to put is a fucking dick pic, and people they'll manage to fit in their face in that dick pic. So they'll take like a weird angle
like a
from the
small
bottom.
one.
No, they got an angle from the bottom where you can see like the dick is taking up 75% of the photo,
Right.
and then their face is just on the corner, and it's like, oh, bro, like this is the worst choice of fucking your only photo that you could have ever picked.
That's so jokes. I imagine it's less like Tinder, which, you know, Tinder is Facebook Marketplace. Like, you know, you meet someone, you say, can I get it for $50? They say, ew, what are you talking about? I'm not selling my body. And then you move on to the next person. But Grindr is more like Uber Eats. You know, you find a place and they'll say, yeah, okay, cool. It's coming in 10. And by it, I mean you.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's such a weird dynamic in the, I guess if you want to call it the marketplace for getting laid, comparing a man to a woman, obviously, most of the time, it's the woman that's holding back and the man that's asking. But when you put two guys in the equation and they both want it, it's just like it's like Tinder, like literal Tinder with fire. And it's just an instant spark and there's no fucking beating around the bush. It's just like the first message is, hey, you want to fuck? And then it is what it is.
I want to know if a, like, let's say you got a 6'4" guy and then like a 5'7" Filipino guy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like everyone's going to assume what the roles are, right? But, you know, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, as Plato said.
Yeah.
So there is a world.
Plato.
Yeah, Plato, you know, Aristotle's student. Anyway,
True.
philosopher, you know, I read, intelligent. Anyway, moving on. So there is a world where it's the role reversed. And I'm just worried. I'm wondering, I mean, if we got any gay followers, let us know. I'd be really interested to hear this. If you're a big fucking guy and you're with a tiny guy and you know your role and he one day says, yo, can we swap it up? Are you like, nah, G, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. I don't think you know how this works. Can you reach? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oh, man. The better situation is if you're a 6'4" dude packing heat. Say you got a 9-incher, thick 9. So you know what your role is 24/7.
Sure.
And then one day, and this is obviously assuming that you're gay. One day you get with a dude who's like 5'4", but he's got 11 inches.
Damn.
Suddenly it's just a complete power reverse, and then do you just take your fucking place at the bottom? What happens?
Yeah, is it based on inches or feet? Who's in command? How does it work?
Yeah, true.
Yo, you talking about managing like your Grindr profile? It's literally
not mine.
Oh,
fuck! Whoa! Hold the fuck up!
No,
it's not mine, bitch.
No, you're right. Your friends. Okay.
Oh.
I heard that was the noise you made last night. Okay, anyway, moving forward. But I've been thinking, we've obviously got this world where OnlyFans has become like crazy popping. You know what I mean? Everyone and their fucking grandma has OnlyFans at this point. And
true. She actually makes a lot of money on it. I think she makes a few grand at one, my grandma.
Yeah, she does good work. I respect it. She's got quite good flexibility for a 78-year-old. But yeah.
Pretty dry, I'm not going to lie. The content is dry. I think that it could be a little bit better with a bit more spritz of various
spritz or spit. Either way, you can weten up a dry area. You know what? It's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
oh man.
Anyway, look. I want to propose a business idea to you, and look.
Go on.
I know the word pimp has a bad connotation, but there's this girl, and I've seen she charges $60 just to subscribe to her account. Jesus. And it's like, what are you, a fucking allergic to money? Because it's this thing where she's a good looking girl. So, you know, you'll get a few people at first.
Yeah.
But like, have you not, like, is there no business sense where you're like, all right, like you look at Riley Rich, she charges $5.
Yeah, yeah.
But in order to talk to her, you have to tip.
Yeah.
And you have these like, I think it's called Findom, the guys who like get off to giving chicks money.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're also called fucking dorks. And like,
aren't they called pigs? Like pay pigs? Is that what they're referenced as?
Maybe. I don't know. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. They're saying pay pig. Anyway, go on.
It's not the nicest situation to be honest with you. It sounds a bit of a sack. Like, give her money for no sex. Fuck me, mate.
Yeah,
Anyway,
fucked.
yeah, it's just like you'll get so much more. Like I just want to take them and say like, look, let's do it this way and let's see your sales revenue. So anyway, I wanted to propose to you. This is a Shark Tank presentation.
Yep.
Do you want to become OnlyFans pimps? Where we contact these girls and we give them financial advice. We set them up with an ABN so that they start paying the taxes and don't get raped by the IRS. Not the IRS. Actually, that's the American one. The ATO for Australian. But anyway, the tax agents. They don't get fucking stomped by them whenever the tax season ends. Right? You then give them advice. Say like, look, it's not working. Get a like. There's a famous girl called Rachel Cook. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Check her out. She's very hot. She's done nude work before. So like everyone's seen everything.
Yeah.
Right. But then when she does these videos and like she's clever with it. She'll do these videos where, you know, she's pretending to be a fucking secretary or something like that. But she's not doing like purely sexual. So it's like sexual connotations, but not sexual actions. And it does leave some mystique. Kind of like the Belle Delphine effect where she's doing shit, but you're not seeing enough. So you keep paying just in case. Right.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I don't. Of course, I don't pay because something called Reddit exists.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly. Yeah.
You fucking dorks. Anyway, so the thing is, she's already been nude. So when she does the thing where she covers her tits with her hands, it's like, yo, I know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we pretending like you didn't just post a fucking magazine with your pussy out? Like
with Riley Reid, obviously, because she's a porn star. There's nothing like, I don't understand the pay aspect. I understand the talking to her aspect and paying maybe $15 to get a reply from her. But I don't understand because there's so much of her content that's online and it's not illegally online. And I also don't understand it with like a huge chick. I can't remember who has leaked nudes. Or like, so for example, Jennifer Lawrence, if she had her OnlyFans and she charged $50, it wouldn't work because everyone knows her nudes are out there. But then if you have a local girl, like the one we were talking about before, which we don't want to name, but someone where I'm sure if you went on Reddit and you looked for her nudes, I don't know if you have, but I doubt that you'd be able to find it because I don't think she has more than a few hundred followers. And because they're all paying $50, $60 a month, they don't want to mess around. You know, and she's making 50, 60 grand a month from these people that don't want to leak. That's the thing.
Shit. I can't imagine that she would. Because like what sells, who sells more, who makes more revenue? Toyota or Ferrari? It's Toyota. I looked at the books.
Yeah,
anyway,
course,
my point is, like, you do better when you have economies of scale and you can just pump shit out. But when you're making it such a selective item, such a luxury item, you're not going to be making money. Now, here's the thing. You're already taking the plunge. If you're doing nudes online or sexual work, you've already made that plunge. So, like, and look, you know, we're not here to judge. You do what you want, you know. Yeah. Again, we're trying to become pimps in this, bro. So please, if you're a chick looking for some financial advice... Yo, hit up the bucket, man.
Yeah.
Also, get in the bucket, we'll sort you out.
I think you're viewing this purely in a business aspect. You're saying, like, we're going to run it like a proper business. We're going to maximize the profits here. But I don't think they view it as that.
I'll write story. I'll write a story for them.
Yeah, but I think they view it more as just a quick way to make money. So, but they're thinking like, oh, I don't want my nudes to go everywhere. I don't want this to like... Because honestly, if you do have a small one and it's just got a few hundred followers or maybe maybe 1,000 and you're charging $50 a month, you're making a shit ton of money. You're making $500,000 a year. I don't know what OnlyFans cut is, but you're making a lot of money. So
but let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. If you've got 1,000 followers, your friends and family probably know by now.
They know about it, but they might not have seen it because it's not in their face. So it's like if it's Lana Rhoades, obviously everyone around her has seen her tits and seen her getting fucked by 6 black dudes. But if it's like just a girl that you went to high school with, or a girl that you know from university or whatever, you might have no idea. Like you might know that it's available, but you're not fucked to pay $60, and you might have Googled it, but there's nothing there. So for her, that might be her objective. She might be like, I don't care that I could make an extra double the money. I've already got more money than I know what to do with, and I would rather just have that anonymity. And by having a small group of 600 or 700 people, I can control it. And when something gets leaked, I can quickly remove it.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're taking that plunge, there are going to be 4 or 5 boys who say, yo, let's just all put in and let's see what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like, there will be people where there's a will, there's a way, and there's a lot of will for this shit. And I just think, like, if you're going in anything to half-ass it, you're just wasting opportunity. You like, also, what's funny is, like, you hear like sex workers say like this is hard work and all that kind of stuff, and I think like the average guy response is like, What are you talking about? You fucking sit there
Relatively.
and spread your legs.
Yeah,
But
relatively.
in terms of a marketing perspective, you don't just sit there and fucking bang yourself up and then get 100 followers. Like, you've got to blow up. You've got to find a way to make yourself popular.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you come to us. We'll organize, you'll have a TikTok.
Yeah.
It'll be, provocative, but within the guidelines.
You-
And we'll help you.
You
We'll grow
know
that
what?
shit for you.
And you just made me think about this. So I'm thinking about, obviously, hi, my name is Aaliyah, because she's probably, one of the most
Gosh,
famous,
so
one of the most
fine.
famous girls on TikTok. She exploded. She doesn't have an OnlyFans. And I have so much respect for girls who blow up and have not got an OnlyFans. Because it's like, I don't know, are you just saving it until you have a bigger audience so that are you trying to chuck a Bella Delphine and have like $10 million in your first day? I don't know if that's a real amount, but I assume it's around that figure. But it's like,
I think she pulled in $1 million a month. So,
there you go.
but maybe on the first day, yeah.
Yeah, so on the first day, she was charging like per video, so I wouldn't be surprised if she made maybe 10 mil on that one day. So what I'm trying to get to is that I have so much respect for them, because it's like that blaring opportunity for you to just sell out and make hundreds of thousands of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month must be so fucking tempting. So I don't understand why you don't want to do it, but I mean, it does. No, I do understand why you don't want to do it, but also it's just, yeah, it's a crazy thing to be able to reject, and I think it's a lot harder as a guy without that following to understand how tempting that is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Don't do it if you don't want to. But when girls do it well and they're making bank, like I start losing respect for it, and it comes down to like materialism, I think. But like I start losing respect for when girls say like, "Yeah, I bought a Lamborghini with this." It's like, so you've just shown that you've got a lot of money and are bad with it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta work effectively with this shit. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? You're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
You're drilling yourself for 7 hours just to get in massive debt and then eventually lose it all. It's like, yo, come to us. We'll set you up with an ABN. We'll make you a bank account. It'll be fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll make you a bank account in Cayman Islands. You won't need to pay tax.
This just, it'd be fantastic. Trust me. I've got a mate in Ireland. His name's Seamus. He'll run it through there. No, okay. So look, when you think of OnlyFans pimp, you think of a guy with like, a fur coat and like a diamond studded, staff or whatever.
Yeah.
A bit like a wizard, but less fucking dorkish. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
Like he has all the he has all the stuff that a wizard would have, but somehow is cool. Anyway, He's found that balance. My question to you is, at what point, if your girl does OnlyFans and you try to pretend you're a pimp, you're realistically just a cuck, aren't you?
You're just the guy holding the camera.
Yeah, if you're holding up a light while she's fucking blasting herself saying, thanks, XX Reindeer 69 for the $10, like, I don't know if you can count yourself as a fucking pimp, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not pimpy at all. No, that's just cock. That's such a tough dilemma, man. And it's so hard to say, because I feel like you can't take it at face value, like, because there's so much cash on the table for these girls. Like, it's when I realized how much money these girls make, I was just shocked, because it's like, obviously OnlyFans doesn't tell you how many followers they have, but it's shocking that it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it does.
That's crazy. So I don't know how many, like, I'm sure like Lana Rhodes, Riley Reid, they're all like the top one. They're all making maybe $500,000 a month. But that's a shockingly high amount of money. And it's like,
yeah,
it's insane how much you can buy with that. And even if you just fucking had good financial responsibility for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll be set for the rest of your life. Yet a lot of these girls, you feel like they're in the industry for 5, 10, 20 years, especially like, the MILFs. Shout out to the MILFs. Fucking, they've been in the industry.
Shout out to the MILFs.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like I feel like you could have left this industry a lot like Mia Khalifa. She was in it for like 5 episodes, and then she pieced out, and now she's fucking like a global superstar doing her sports.
I know,
shit.
but they had so much content of it. I'm pretty sure they released a new video like last year or something like that.
Yeah. They were smart. They chucked it to beers. They hold the content. They hold that. They have a monopoly on this one chick's content and just keep it for as long as possible.
She can suck a dick.
Okay. I think it's a different type of podcast, but I do agree.
No, like, I mean, you look at her and you're like, girl, you don't even need to be able to throw it that much for me. But like, yo, respect. You know what I mean?
No, she's absolutely, really, really, really hot chick. Have you seen her? I don't know if she's still dating that dude with a fully tatted arm. It's like, it's one of those
the
weird.
chef.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the chef. Yeah, I just remember I saw his tats. And it was just like there was no design to it. There was no color scheme to it. It was just pure black on his arm.
Yeah, I don't get that concept. I don't know if it's like you had a bad tattoo and you did it, or you like hip hop music and you just really want to be black. Like, I'm confused about what the purpose of getting those tattoos are, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was a covering thing because I've seen some of it before.
Yeah.
But I honestly not. It's a mix between I don't know and I don't really care, to be honest, because it's up to him, and I don't think it looks the best. So,
how many bodies? Okay, could you ever date a porn star, like a non-active one? So she's been in the industry, but she's not still there.
Probably not.
What about like this is fun, but it's lasting longer than you'd expect it, but like you don't think you're gonna whack the chick?
That's
so it might be like a 4 to 5 years.
It's a great question. I think that I would do Leo Lulu. You know Leo Lulu on YouTube? Yeah. So I would definitely have that arrangement where there's no face and it's just like the body and it's you just having really, really good sex and threesomes and stuff like that and putting it on YouTube. So on the Orange YouTube. I think that's a great idea. I love that. And maybe even having an OnlyFans to go along with it. Why not? But I would not be into the Lana Rhoades situation where it's just like you're just blatantly dating a girl where everyone has seen her tits. I would not be able to deal with that.
Yo, rip Mike and Lana. They broke up.
Did they break up?
Yeah. It's sad. I like them
idea.
together.
When did they break up? Is this a second one after the first one?
Yeah, no, these like they're proper broke up now apparently.
So I remember that he released a video and
no,
they
it
got
happened
back
like
together.
2 weeks ago.
Oh shit, there you go.
Yeah, it was on the podcast.
Damn. No, I haven't been listening to them for a while actually. But yeah, there you go. That sucks. Because I thought they were actually happy together. It sounded like something that was in Hollywood that wasn't faked.
She is like weirdly good looking for a porn star.
No, I think it's not weird at all. Like it's very, very justified for her level of fame.
No, but I mean if you look at the porn stars that do the best, it's not usually the hottest ones. Like Lisa Ann was the king of porn for so long.
She's so hot.
She looks like no, she's not. She looks like a fucking cum rag that you've dried in the sun for 2 weeks.
Not at all.
Yes, she is. Are you kidding me, man?
No, I
when guys nut on her face, the cum runs down the creases in her eyes. Jesus, dude.
Okay, that's a little bit sad.
Looks like the Nile Delta. Like, I don't know. You know?
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean,
but even Riley Reid. Riley Reid is just a skinny girl. She's pretty, sure, but like the fact that like Lana is in that category where you wouldn't just say she's pretty, she's like fucking smoking.
Yeah.
She's got a really pretty face, but she's also got the tits and the ass. It's like, damn, girl.
Yeah. And you can't even bring up that they're fake because they don't look fake. Like I know that they probably are, but it doesn't.
No, they
look
are,
it.
I think.
Yeah, but they don't look it, and that's the main thing. It's all about looks, as we've established on our TikToks. You know what I want to say actually, because at this stage I think we're about at the hour mark, so we're probably going to end the podcast soon. And I wanted to say, if there's one bloody person who's listened this far, we should give them a keyword that they can say in the comments so that we can know that they made it this far into the podcast. I don't think anyone will, but if someone has, I think that would be fucking hilarious to put it there.
Okay, what about I'm in the bucket?
I'm in the bucket. I love that.
Or I'm jumping in. What do you think? What are we saying?
I reckon I'm in the bucket. Yeah, so if you make it this far, I'm in the bucket in the comments. And if we blow up one day, if/when, hopefully, fingers crossed, but also...
when?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But I've really enjoyed making this one, surprisingly, a lot more than I expected. I thought it was going to be a lot more awkward, but I feel like it's been pretty, it's been really fun doing this.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah.
So any viewers, if you're there, just hit us up with I'm in the bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be a little inside joke between us. It's probably only gonna be one of you, but we respect the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And here's our bold prediction that I haven't rehearsed with my guy over here. So let's see if this stays in the podcast.
Yeah.
If you type this in on the very first video, you will be a legacy member, which means whatever we do in the future will bring you with us. So if there's some Patreon or a fucking merch drop or something like that,
dude, I'd love that.
We'll give you a hookup. We'll give you the secret.
Also, if this does blow up, if we do somehow, I mean, obviously we're gonna have to put in the work here. The same as TikTok. Like, it seems like we blew up, but we had put in we were doing daily videos for pretty much daily, maybe 4 or 5 times a week for 2 months before we got over 100 followers. And then the next week we had 300, and the next week we had 10,000 plus. So we're definitely gonna have to put in the work here. But if we do get to a decent level, the people that said I'm in the bucket or whatever the saying was, we will bring you onto the podcast, and we'll I don't know, I don't know what we'll do, but it'll be lit. We'll take you out. It'll be hectic.
Look, there's a lot of podcasts out there. And so we take our lessons from all the greats that we're admiring and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a local podcast in Australia that spawned from a radio show called the Hamish and Andy Show. And they're a big inspiration. Now, one of the things that they do that I think they do fantastic is they get the audience involved. Now, if you've made it this long, you're the audience. You're the people we care about because you've made it to the fucking end.
Yeah.
So if you've got suggestions or we want it more serious, we want it more jokesy, whatever, just fucking message, chuck it in down below.
Absolutely.
And look, any feedback's fantastic.
Message us on whatever, if you don't want to put it public, and tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. Yeah. All that good shit.
It's only up from here.
All that good shit. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in to the first ever Milk Bucket podcast. I think it's going to be so funny looking back at this first one because our first TikTok was so fucking shit. If you go to that first TikTok, it was the most boring thing ever. And when, I don't remember which one of us posted it, I thought it was so fucking hype. I thought it was going to go viral.
Oh, yeah.
But it was